Sure.
I'm eating a delicious pizza from Pizza Hut.
All right.
I'm eating a nothing because I'm drinking a soda.
Mm.
And this is episode 26 of the Drowning Pools podcast. I hope you guys all enjoy our eating habits, because right now I just ate a bowl of cereal, Reese's Puffs, and drinking a Monster. I
haven't had cereal in so fucking long.
I'm an adult.
I really want to. There's nothing wrong with eating some sugary ass cereal, bro.
No.
As far as I'm concerned,
You missed the drinking a Monster with it.
I mean, hey, whatever gets you by in the morning, you know.
I just didn't feel like buying coffee this morning, and I already had a Monster at the house. I'm like, I'll just take that for my caffeine intake.
As long as you didn't pour the Monster into the bowl of cereal.
You're right. I'm not. I'm not that
fine.
kind of monster.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that was the podcast, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Have a good day. And as always, laugh at yourself. We'll catch you guys next time.
Jesus Christ, somebody kill me.
All right, but yeah, no, seriously, this is the Drowning Pools podcast. I got Deshaun and Derek with me as always, and I am Cameron, the one, the only. I press the buttons.
Except for that other guy.
Yeah. So fuck me, right? Yeah. So how's our weeks going, guys? Because I mean, mine's been all right this week.
Has it?
Yeah, I went to my last tournament for the next couple months
Mm-hmm.
because I got to go to school. By school, I mean like I'm going to be a janitor at a school. So there's that. Yeah. Did all right. I came in third in Eunice, which is okay. It's middle grounds. I beat 2 people. I lost to 2 people.
Literally middle of the pack.
Yep.
Yeah. Yoshikaga Kira.
I lost to the 2 best players, and I beat the 2 other players.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, it's literally coming in the middle.
Yep. See, the thing about me and Eunice is the fact that I don't know how to play the game, but I know kind of fundamentals, and I know 2C. I
was going to say fundamentals will take you far.
Fundamentals will take me a good distance, but also I know a button called 2C, which a character called Nanase, our president of the school. No, you
Yeah.
Okay, well, someone remembers the video we put out.
She's the bitch with the Hermes feet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So her crouching heavy basically is like half screen sweep.
Mm-hmm.
So you just do that and you hit people and then you can combo off of it. So I'm just like spamming that button like all the fucking time. And then you can also cancel the lag with it by jumping. So you just do that, and if you whiff, you jump. This
is the same thing we were talking about before, where your playstyle is like right at that spot where it's just annoying enough for people who aren't that good at the game, but people who are good enough at it beat you at it, which is why those 2 guys beat you, and the other 2 guys lost to you.
Exactly, yeah. Like, my skill level is always just above the average, but not good enough to be good.
Yeah.
Hey, same.
And that's how I am with, like, everything.
Well, I mean, surely our skills lie in something else.
What was that?
I said, surely our skills lie in something else. We just need to figure it out.
Gotta find it. Mine is probably just puzzles.
You are pretty good at fucking those Puzzle League games.
Mm-hmm. Puzzle games.
I'm not good at anything.
That's a lie.
Sure you are.
No, I'm slightly above average at everything.
That's where we are. I think that's our
jack of all trades.
group.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else you do, Cameron?
Let's see. So I did that. I finally made my streaming schedule. Still haven't stuck to it, but I made it.
I mean, that's like half the battle right there.
Yeah,
just making it.
So it's going to be fighting games on Monday. Tuesdays it's going to be editing for YouTube videos. Wednesday is going to be streaming the what's it called, the Let's Play game, whatever game I'm deciding to do a long play on. And then Friday is where the fuck I want, and Thursday is when the long play video comes out. So I'm going to try to do that.
When's Fortnite?
Never.
Oh.
Unless Derek's like, hey, on Friday you want to stream Fortnite? And I'll be like, I guess. Probably not.
How funny. You think I have days off.
I know, right? I don't have days off. I have mornings off.
How funny. You think I have time off.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what my streaming schedule is going to be. Hopefully I can stick to it. That is indeed the goal, though.
Does any streamer stick to that shit? I guess the ones who are doing pretty well can stick to it because they don't have to fucking work.
I was going to say the ones who, that's their job, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of what their whole job is about, sticking to the schedule.
So annoying. But it's just annoying that, like, you gotta have a schedule to kind of go anywhere, but you can't have a schedule if you're working all the time, or it's difficult to hold a schedule if you're working all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of sucks, but you make do.
Yeah.
So there's that. I played some Schumacher Roth. Still working on him. Practicing him out and whatnot. Yeah, no, not much other than that. It's just been a peaceful week. Just going to work. Going to my last tournament. I've been playing a shit ton of Dauntless too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that game good?
It's fun.
Mm-hmm. It's like Monster Hunter, right?
Yeah, it's Monster Hunter but free.
Is
Okay.
that game good?
It's a fun game. It's not very well balanced, and it gets kind of extremely repetitive.
That's the question. Is that game
But
fun?
if... Like, I use the repeaters, and I literally just have so much fun using the repeaters that it doesn't matter.
I've been looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know. Do I want to play this? Because I want to play Monster Hunter World, but I don't know if I want to just go ahead and jump in there.
Dauntless is free and cross-platform. So it is like the greatest game to play with friends who just feel like dicking around.
If you do end up getting Monster Hunter World on PS4, though, I have it.
Okay.
I don't have any of the new content, but...
I also have Monster Hunter World. But that's my phone going off because I didn't mute it before the podcast like an idiot. But,
yeah.
So Dauntless is a good time. I wouldn't say the game is fun. I would not say the game is fun. But it is
It's a good time, but it's not fun?
So like, the game, I find fun in the game. There's a difference between a game just being innately fun and then you finding things that are fun to do.
Okay, I guess I can see. Yeah, because that's how Fallout 4 was for me, where I found the game not fun, but I was kind of interested in doing the gunplay.
So like the axe in the game, you can charge it up, and it has 3 stages before it gets to full, and then you go right as it hits the 3rd charge, so you get the max damage, right? And I just like to yell, duh, twah, every time I do it.
Yes, he does.
I don't know why, but the whole screen shakes every charge. So it's just like the greatest thing ever for me.
Is Dauntless? I guess Dauntless is a Western game.
Yeah.
Like a Western team and all that. Okay.
But I would say get it, play it for a little bit, and if you don't like it, it's not that big of a commitment if you just want to try it out real quick.
I literally picked it up in beta, and then didn't play until Becca and Kaz wanted to play 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I would say just play the tutorial level. You'll literally learn not everything, but the most of the game through just the tutorial. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like that, then you're probably not going to like the game.
I got you.
Until you get to the repeaters, because it was the best part of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically how it was when you tried to get me to play League of Legends. I played a practice game and then a game with you, and I fucking hated it and I never played it again.
Yeah, well, that's every League player.
Yeah. That's exactly how I played League too. I played it once or twice. This game's not for me. 2 years later, I'm like, my friend's like, hey, I'll actually teach you how to play the game. I'm like, sure. And now I have cancer.
Yeah, it was kind of the same for me. It was I was like, this game's okay. And then my friends were always playing it, so I was like, well, I want to play with my friends. Hold up.
So does anyone actually like League of Legends?
Yes.
No.
It seems like no one likes this fucking game.
It's like heroin. Anyway. It's like heroin, okay? The first time is interesting. The second time is Jesus Christ, why am I doing this myself? And then you're hooked.
See, basically what it is that if you never get good at the game is always fun. If you get even slightly okay at the game, all of a sudden you can see mistakes, and you're just like, oh god, why is my team being such an asshole? What? Or why am I being such an asshole?
Or the more obvious answer is, why the fuck are you guys going to Baron? We could just end the game here.
Or why are you going to Baron? Or why are you taking Courage? We're not going to kill it. We have to go get Baron.
Yeah. There's a lot of really, really, really stupid people. Like, I think the thing that pisses me off the most about that game isn't the gameplay or, like, any specific character. Like, there are characters that annoy me. But, like, when they're piloted really well, it's always just like, holy shit, I got styled on. But it's people who are assholes and don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're an asshole and you know what the fuck you're doing, I kind of, like, I don't approve of that, but I get it, you know? Because it's like, at least they're, like, they have some basis for being an asshole.
Right. There's
but, like,
competency there also.
There's some people, and this is most fucking people I've run into in ranked, which is the first, like, 15-20 minutes of the game that they have it on lockdown. They know exactly what to do, and they can really get a lead. And then they're too retarded to figure out what to do later, so they keep throwing their lead by going in 1v5 and then talking shit to your team because they were top lane.
Why did you follow
They were top lane and fucking 1v5ing, and we're bot lane taking their base. And they're like, why didn't you guys come in with me? I'm like, why the fuck are you on the other side of the map? Like, it doesn't make sense. Look at the fucking map. And then they AFK. And it's just like, it's fun if you have friends and you don't care whether or not you win, because you can do some stupid fun shit. But
yeah, that's my whole gimmick. I just love playing with my friends who don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like, it's fun. It's fun when you have friends who can keep it light, but, like, it's like fighting games, you know? Like, if it's light, it's fun. If not, you're just gonna fucking want to punch a wall.
I got you.
Yeah.
Still never gonna play that shit, though.
That's fine.
Good. Save your soul.
But I would definitely say try out Dauntless at least, because then you could play with me.
Yeah, and that's more like of a real action game, so I'm more interested in that than just watching my little guy just walk across the ground from far away.
Yeah. The only thing with Dauntless is that, man, they really need to work on the hitboxes and, like...
Yeah, they do.
Oh my god.
You're gonna get hit by some shit.
You're gonna get hit and you're gonna be like, I wasn't even there, but okay. Or
there was one time that I rolled, and Kaz can attest to this because I asked if that just the fuck happened.
Yeah.
And I rolled, dodged out of the way of the thing, and then 2 seconds later, I got hit by the tail that was like 20 feet away. Because apparently it hit me during my roll.
The best one I've done was I rolled, got up, swung at it twice, and then rolled, like, my whole character moved backwards and was just laying on the floor getting up again. I'm like, wait a second.
Something's not right here.
Something doesn't add up. I rolled, hit him twice, and was on the floor because of it.
Okay.
But yeah.
I was already dealing with that shit during my week, so.
Okay, well, what did you do during your week then? Because that's literally all I did this week.
Okay, well, let me get the small stuff out of the way first. So, last week I said I bought a bunch of games because there's a bunch of stuff on sale for PlayStation.
Yeah.
So, I got a Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and Rondo of Blood. I haven't touched Symphony of the Night yet, but I played Rondo of Blood. Played that for about 15 minutes, and I was like, yep, that's Rondo of Blood, and turned it off. I played, what is it called? Destroy All Humans.
Okay.
That was not fun at all.
No.
I did not like that at all. No, so I turned that off real quick. I played like the first like couple levels, and I was like, all right, I'm over this. Did I play anything else? I played some I just jumped on Bloodborne, just some PvP for a little while. That's what I mean by, that's what I'm talking about, like hitboxes, where the online is still a little weird, so dudes are like teleporting around areas and shit,
that game doesn't have
hitting you in
rollback.
places where you used to be. It really does not, no. What else did I play? Did I say I beat Bayonetta last week?
You said you
talked about playing it.
You said you're almost done.
Okay, so I must have not beaten it last week then. So yeah, I beat Bayonetta. Fun game, punishing. You know, but still, it's fucking Bayonetta. It's up there, you know. But the other game I beat was Devil May Cry 5.
You went back and got it?
Beat it. It was so good. That's a good game, guys. If you don't have Devil May Cry 5 and you like action games, you should buy it because it's one of the best action games out there. Yeah. It's probably like top 5 right now as far as action games.
Yeah.
It's that good. It's just that good. I watched some more Dr. Stone.
How's that show progressing?
Good. It's still super good.
Okay.
It's funny, charming. They left off on a cliffhanger, but because of that, it did what good cliffhangers always make me do for anime. It just made me go and read the manga.
Gotcha.
So I just picked up the Dr. Stone manga. I've been reading that. Super good. When I said this is a world of weirdos, it's a fucking world of weirdos, and it's just getting weirder and weirder.
All right.
These are anime characters. Like, at first, it kind of seemed like from the premise and what they were kind of showing, it seemed like the main character would be, just the only weirdo. But this is a fucking anime, so
okay, yeah,
there are a ton. Also, he's not Dr. Stone.
Oh, he's not Dr. Stone.
He is not Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is the name of the medicine that they use.
Wait, the medicine is called Dr. Stone.
Yes, it's not medicine. It's like a miracle formula that frees people from being made of stone or whatever. Yeah. But so it's wait, what?
What?
What are you saying?
I said petrification.
About petrification. Oh yeah, unless you manage to stay awake for 3,700 years, and then you can just break yourself out of it.
Oh,
is that what happened to him?
Yeah, that's what the main character did. He literally counted the seconds and kept himself conscious the entire time he was petrified, and eventually he escaped.
I don't know if that's how that works, but apparently it does.
It's some like gargantuan number that he counted up to that they rattled off. It's like in the, I don't know, there's a shit ton of zero. There's like zero places after, so.
Yep. Okay.
But basically him and then another character who basically he kept himself awake by thinking about how much he loved this girl. And yeah, exactly. He's like this old, he's a very old school, like, I'm in love with, like, it's like
but the girl's got to be dead, right? You said 3,700 years.
Well, they're all petrified in stone, right?
So
okay.
They're not living a life, so their body's not aging.
Yeah, I see.
Right. Yeah, it's like cold sleep or whatever,
I see.
I think that's how they describe it in the show. But basically, he just thought about how he loved this girl, and basically right before everybody got turned to stone, he was going to confess how much he loved her, and so that's all he thought about for 3,700 years. And then eventually, he broke out, and he's just this big goofball, this silly ass fucking. He's like, I'm dumb, but I've got a body of steel. I can run for miles and miles and miles and not get tired, or I can get the shit kicked out of me and not get exhausted or anything. He's that kind of character.
Whole bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, a whole world of weirdos. The main girl, her headphone, like when she gets turned to stone, her headphones kind of just sit on her head, and then 3,700 years pass, and then when they free her, her headphones are still just on her head, and there's no way they work, so she's just wearing broken ass headphones for nothing. It's just part of her character design, but
I mean, they may not be broken, but there's nothing to connect.
No, they're broken.
Okay.
It's been 3,700 years. Like, they're literally like you can see where they've kind of like started wearing away. Like there's like little cracks and spots of like damage on them and stuff.
I gotcha.
But she still walks around in them like they're perfectly fine. But she's also like a big airhead like the other guy is, so that's probably part of it. They also cut her hair short, so I like that shit.
Look at you guys and your short hair fetishes, man.
Yeah, hey man, I can't help it. It just looks good.
Man, shit looks great long hair, man.
Not really. It depends. Long hair depends. It's just kind of just boring otherwise.
Man.
What else? I watched more Fire Force.
I need to watch that show so bad.
It's good so far. They in the second episode they were talking about doing a fucking some rookie firefighter tournament. And I was like, oh no. God, already a fucking tournament arc. But thankfully they were like, nah, just kidding. Fuck that tournament arc. Like it was literally like 10 minutes, and they went into a building, and basically the main character just jumps to the top of the building he's supposed to be running into, which was the goal of the tournament. Yeah. So he just skips everything.
Oh, okay.
And basically what appears to be the main villain of at least this arc, he's there and he fights him, and they get into some stuff, and basically the mystery the real mystery starts, where the main character finds out things weren't as he thought they were.
Okay, that's cool.
So
at least they didn't do
but
a
it's
fucking tournament arc. I would have been upset.
Right, exactly, yeah. So the one thing I love about I can never remember the guy's name, but he's also the Soul Eater mangaka. His character interactions are always super, super good. Like fuck the story or whatever's happening right now. Like when he has like 2 or 3 characters on screen, whenever they're talking to each other, it's like really good dialogue.
Okay,
you're really learning about the characters. You're getting like these depths from the characters just from like casual conversation, which is really cool.
That's cool. I like that.
So even if it does still turn out to kind of just be, typical shonen manga shit, which is the story kind of seems like it's going to be like that. I at least know the characters will be good.
Yeah.
There are a couple characters where I'm like, oh, you're gonna fucking die. You're gonna die hard, so like there's like a big brother type character who's like basically a Kamina, where he's got no real abilities to speak of, but he's pretty strong. Everybody likes him. He's the coolest guy. He's so respectable and honorable and noble.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's gonna die.
He's dead.
And there's a little girl character too who, if you watch like the ending of theme of every episode, like the little credits, whatever, watching her like it's like the ending credits are about her for whatever reason. Gotcha. If you watch those, you'll see like, oh yeah, she's gonna die too, probably. like there's such a hard in fact, she's probably gonna die here soon. Like that's how it is.
I gotcha, yeah.
It's one of those things where you're like, oh, her death's gonna like kick off some big part of the plot. But otherwise, still a really good show. Some interesting concepts going on right now. I can't wait to see more. There's mysteries abound. Let's see what else. I watched some more Black Lagoon, but I didn't watch as nearly many episodes because it's kind of starting to lose me.
I gotcha.
Because it's a little too like I said, it was trying hard to be cool before, and it was working. Now it's kind of not working.
I gotcha.
I got to the part where they introduced these 2 serial killer twins, and they're a little much. They're a little on the nose. It's like whenever you think of creepy twins, basically put in every trope you can ever think of with creepy twins. So of course they're weird, incesty, and and the boy sometimes dresses up as the girl, and the girl dresses up as the boy.
Gotcha.
And they're crazy, and they torture people, and they talk at the same time, and they stand creepily in corridors and all that shit. So it's like, okay, I fucking get it. They're weird ass twins. All right, I get it.
Creepily in corridors.
Can we just move on?
That is such a good trope.
But it's really unbelievable because they're these little kids, not even teenagers, they can't be, and they're slaughtering all these grown men and all these killers.
I haven't watched the full show. Are they the one with white hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like children,
Yeah.
But
I know who we're talking about. Then I've seen the scene.
But it's like all right, I get it. They're crazy. They're but can we just get on with it, please? Did you really need a whole episode to dedicate to these kids being crazy? Could have just shown me they were crazy and then start there's an episode where they're killing people, and then there's another the episode after that is them deciding, all right, we're putting a bounty on their heads, and everybody's mobilizing to go catch these kids because they're just they're killing the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah.
And the show feels like it kind of stops in its tracks sometimes to talk about how cool and deep and dark it is and how fucked up the criminal world is and all that shit. And it's you could do all this shit while telling me a good story. You don't have to stop the story every 10 minutes and tell me how fucked up shit is. I get it. I'm fucking 14 episodes in. I get that this fucking place is fucked up.
Black Lagoon
but anyway,
is an okay place to live.
The Lagoon is the name of the company they work for.
I can't remember the story plot of it.
The city is called Roanapur.
Yes. Oh, they're gonna say black.
No, it's called a black. It's called Black Lagoon because the owner of the lagoon is a black guy, probably.
Okay.
Because the black is really just from nowhere. Like, it just says Black Lagoon, but the place is just called Lagoon Company, and the city they're in is called Roanapur.
Is the guy who owns the company last name Black?
No.
Okay.
He is a black guy.
Yeah.
He's a black guy. But...
Well, Japan is extremely... Not gonna finish this sentence.
Dude, okay, you just reminded me.
Oh, no.
This show is mega racist. Holy shit!
From the era when it was okay.
There's a Chinese woman who comes in, and one of the main heroes calls her Chinglish because her English is so bad. Dude,
That's so bad.
Dude, when I say these characters will just say the most racist shit about you, holy fuck! There's a bit where these characters are the Nazis show up, of course, right? And they're meant to be racist, but there's a bit where their employer is talking to the owner of the Lagoon Company, and he literally goes, "You're a smart man. It's a shame you're black." And it's shit like that where I was like, "Oh, there's an Irish dude that a main character calls Leprechaun."
It's so bad.
Like. Anytime a new race of person, like the Russians, they don't call them Russians, they call them Ivans.
Wow.
Anytime a single race of people shows up, they're called some horrific racist shit. It's kind of shocking every time I hear it. Funny, but shocking.
Fantastic.
Because we just don't give a fuck about it. It really is like you're supposed to take home that your heroes are not good people. Like just like they may be, the least evil out of everyone here, but they are absolutely not good people.
They're protagonists, they're not heroes.
Right, exactly, yeah. The main girl, Revi, she's kind of getting on my nerves. She's just kind of the same character in every single situation, where she just yells and says, "Let's shoot everybody and take all the money." And that's her whole character.
Hey, that's my girlfriend.
Even when they're like trying to make her out to be like this wounded bird, sad girl who just went through a bunch of shit, it's just like, nah, you've long lost any sympathy I would have had for you. You're just a piece of shit. So I like I kind of like the main character. But he'll have these moments where he kind of just stops and says like the most obvious shit. Where he talks about how fucked up something is, and then he'll quote like Shakespeare, some lame shit, some edgy shit, and it's like, come on, like this is
Shakespeare
like,
edgy now.
Well, edgy in the sense the way he's using it. He's trying to like say talk about how evil something is. So he'll quote like I don't know, like fuck, what's it called?
Montesquieu's.
No. King something, whatever. He quoted he quoted King Lear, I think, and then he quoted Nietzsche, and then he quoted, like, he'll start a sentence by quoting somebody, or he'll just repeat something another character just said. He'll say it like dark and deep to make it seem more significant. But I'm also getting these moments where like he's going from being this shitty businessman to being a criminal, like a hardened criminal, So, but we'll see. So far, the black dude, the owner of the Lagoon Company, is the best character because you don't know shit about him, and he has yet to be ruined by some dumb bullshit.
But Deshaun, isn't your bias showing?
What do you mean? Because I'm black and he's black?
Yeah.
I mean, well, there's also I guess he's not the best character because there's also a white dude. He's like the hacker.
Just being a dick.
Well, I know, but I guess that did kind of make me realize that there's another character in there who they don't really tell you much about. That I enjoy his presence for the exact same reasons because he's yet to be ruined.
Characters aren't good; they're just not ruined yet.
Yeah, pretty much. That is kind of how it is. Like these characters haven't really done anything to make me go, "Oh, this character's fucking awesome." No, that's not true. There's this maid that shows up, kind of early on, and she's like the Terminator. She's trying to get like the son of her employer back or whatever, and like kick the fuck out of her and blow her up and do all kinds of shit to her, and she's just they like hit her with a car and she's just totally fine. So it gets up and keeps going. Yeah.
Yeah, she's badass as shit.
Yeah, she's pretty sick.
I've seen most of her fight scenes.
They really seem to be pushing like, for whatever reason, like chicks in this world have superpowers for some like perfect improbable shots. You know, they can fight for hours, and you know, like Revy literally like is on a boat and is jumping from like. It's like they're getting chased by pirates, and she's jumping like from boat to boat to boat to boat, killing dudes.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that scene.
Yeah, it's fucking.
And it's like, yep, this is an anime.
Badass.
Hot girls killing the shit out of dudes. Yep. But, that's about all I did. Oh no!
He's got more.
One last thing: The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So I got that because it was like $10. It came with all the DLC. I hate that game.
What?
I hate it right now.
How the fuck are you gonna say you hate it? You're wrong.
Because just the beginning, it's just the gameplay is not what I thought it was going to be.
Look, I understand it's your opinion, but you're wrong.
He also doesn't like Skyrim or other games like that.
I don't like Skyrim either. I love Witcher 3.
I probably just need to get more into Witcher, learn the controls better. But so far, I'm kind of just bored. Somebody told me that the game was really really long. And I was like, okay, but it's probably because it's like an open world and I'll be traveling around. No, it's long because these fucking characters won't shut the fuck up. These fucking cutscenes last for so goddamn long.
What's the city you're in right now?
Just whatever the first starter city is.
It starts with like an L or something like that.
I don't remember whatever gobbledygook bullshit name it was.
You're never leaving that place.
Oh, great.
You're not leaving that place. And when you leave it, you're not leaving it. You're still not leaving it.
Lame. It's just like I was talking to one guy and I was like, all right, I'll choose these dialogue. Like what should have been a simple yes or no or go here or go there, I had to sit there for like 10-15 minutes listening to this dude talk about shit. I'm like, I just want to move on to the next mission and do my thing. I don't want to talk.
I feel like that's what makes those games so good though, is that every character you talk to seems like they have a full personality.
Nah.
You know what makes that game good? Fucking Gwent.
Okay, so I did get up to the first Gwent guy, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to play some Gwent?" And I was like, "No!" And I didn't play any Gwents. I think Gwent's just been ruined for me because I saw it because it's just people talking about the what's it called? The separate game they put out.
Yeah.
Gwent, whatever. So, I don't know. I just didn't want to play it because I was already kind of sick of. Spending 25 million hours talking to this character, or 25 million hours talking to this other character, or walking somewhere or some shit. So I was like, I'm not gonna sit down and fucking play Gwent.
I want to kill some shit.
I'll probably, and you know what? When I try to kill some shit, it's a pain in the ass because it controls weird and it's hard to fight.
Are you playing with a controller or keyboard?
Controller.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, pain in the ass. Like even like. Starter enemies I was having trouble hitting because I couldn't get the timing right. I guess they were like darting all around over the fucking place and running all over the place, and it was just a pain in the ass to kill them. It was like the first what is it, monster nest or whatever they called it, and I can't even destroy it because I don't have the proper items for it yet. So I killed all the creatures, but I couldn't even destroy the nest.
You think that's bad, dude? You should play the original Witcher. That combat's fucking hilarious.
Now, I know the first two Witchers are for crazy people. I have heard that. I have heard that they're like insane. So I'm probably never ever ever going to touch those ever. I hope whatever I have, like if there's anything I need to know, I hope Witcher 3 just tells me. I hope it just fills me in.
No, it pretty much does.
But it's one of those games where I'm like, let me clear everything else off my plate first before I even try to touch it,
Yeah, I think you'll probably get into it given enough time, but
yeah. It's probably gonna need to be like the solo game I play for a while. I can't be rotating shit in and out. I had to finish Devil May Cry 5. I had to finish Bayonetta, and I gotta finish anything else I'm doing right now.
Yeah,
one step at a time.
Yeah, one step at a time. I'm sure it's an amazing, great, awesome game. I kind of like. So in a lot of games where like there are multiple choice answers or whatever, I appreciate that this one is the character is saying what I actually want the character to say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of me picking an option and then it being a completely different thing. Like, I didn't mean to say that, you know? It's very clear what he's going to say.
Yeah.
Like, it tells you the meaning behind what you're trying to say instead of just, you know... like,
oh, man, you're kind of cool, but you need to die. And then you click on that one, you're like, I'm going to fucking kill you. Wait, that's not what I wanted at all.
And it's not like KOTOR where there's only... asshole answers or really nice guy answers. There's kind of like middling answers where you're like, well, you know, I don't really give a shit about this, but I guess I'll help out, or, you know, I'd like to help you, but I also need to get paid, you know, instead of it just being, hey, pay me, like, fuck you, pay me, or, hey, I need, you know, sure, I'll help you. So, I appreciate that. So hopefully I can just get into it more. Right now I'm just kind of miserable.
Open mind, my friend. Open mind.
I'll keep it open mind. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as when I was playing Destroy All Humans or whatever the fuck, where it just played terribly and, you know, the gameplay just annoyed me and the character stuff just annoyed me and just I don't know what people like about Destroy All Humans. That game seems like a relic. Maybe it's just I played it too late.
I think it's one of those things because I'm also in that same boat. Like I enjoy watching every now and then, watching people geek over it. I'm just like. You have your fun, but I'm just gonna sit here and watch you play it because I'm never touching that game.
Right.
Is that it for your week though?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Nice, good week. You actually did stuff this week.
Right. Yeah. I played some video games on this video game podcast.
Yeah, it's the real working man's podcast at this point.
Yeah.
How you doing, Derek?
Yeah.
Quiet. Let's see. Yeah, I also played some games this week.
Man, I feel like I'm the only one who plays like no new video games ever.
Because I bought the new Fire Emblem. 3 Houses.
Oh, 3 Houses? Nice.
Yeah. So far, I really dig it. Admittedly, I'm only like 2 or 3 hours in, so I barely stepped my toe in it. But it's really good. The 3 houses are like you become a professor at a school, like a warrior school, essentially. Mm-hmm. And there are 3 houses you can pick from. I went with I think his name is Claude. He's like the suave, like Latin lover kind of character, you know? Mm-hmm. And I like him. He's like the most person of the people, you know?
Like the most down to earth and normal.
Yeah, like he's the kind of person that I could totally see actually existing. And these other 2 are like kind of stereotypes of what people expect of like kings and queens. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go with the dude that I probably can like be myself around, and it would make sense. Mm-hmm. I like it so far because it reminds me a lot of Persona 5 because the overworld is at the monastery, which is the housing of the school, and you can like go fishing, you can like share meals with people, you can like you get to plan.
Oh,
you can have a cat squeak behind you.
Yeah, my cats are playing. My bigger cat loves to subdue my smaller cat and start licking her. So, but like you can plan like what to do with your free time and stuff, and yeah, it's fun. So I like it so far. I'm not super good at strategy games, but I know this one's going to keep me going because it invested me enough in like what I get to do with my free time that like. That's what really kept me going in Persona 5, was, like, mowing through the dungeons so I could fuck around. Like,
in the towns.
Yeah, like, going on dates and, like, getting all my shit maxed and stuff like that. Like, oh my god, that game is so great.
Speaking of dates, how are them romance options?
So far, so they're all students.
Okay.
So.
In Fire Emblem, they're all students?
Yeah, well, you're the same age as them, so it's not as creepy. But...
Well, I mean, I know that. I'm just saying, like, there's no baby making in this game?
I mean, there could be.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Haven't gotten there yet.
That's all. From the Fire Emblem games, that's all I know about them, is that there's baby.
It's all I know, is that there's turn-based strategy games, and also there's fucking.
There's a lot of baby making. That's all I know about those games.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that there is, but all these characters are, like, 19, 20-ish.
Well, I mean, at least that is of age for America.
I mean, that's like 5 years over in Japan.
Right, yeah.
Let's see. What else?
Oh, Japan.
What else did I do with my week? I played a lot of Fire Emblem. I played, my girlfriend came over, we played some Super Mario Odyssey together, the 2-player, which is, like, significantly more fun than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of just expecting to, like, sit there and, like, wave my fucking Joy-Con whenever.
Did you play on the TV?
Yeah.
Is it a split screen?
No, so one person controls Mario, and then the second person controls the cap.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
My favorite thing about that is the video I saw of someone making all the sound effects JoJo references.
Yeah, because apparently if you can play multiplayer in such a way that it's like
Mario
it's super easy.
Yeah, it makes it like Mario has a stand pretty much.
Yeah.
So then they do.
Well, yeah, because you can control the hat.
The hat does everything.
Yeah. And so like my girlfriend was like kind of exploring, and I'm over here just like clearing all the enemies.
Yeah.
And so eventually, Keon got back with food, and I was like, "Oh, you can play solo," and she's like, "Holy shit, this game's hard."
I still need to get a Switch so I can get it. It's like the one Mario game I've ever been like, you know what? I actually kind of want to get that.
Yeah, it is my first Mario game that I've played,
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely loved it.
Mm.
I also finally hooked up my Ethernet cable to my Switch, so I have like decent, stable internet now.
Play Smash now.
Yeah, and I also okay. This is what I did. This is the big gaming thing that I did. I bought a splitter and a 3-in-1 Switch. So all of my PS3, my PS4, and my Switch all go into this one 3-in-1 splitter, and then that's hooked up to my capture card, which is hooked up to my TV. So basically, I can just pick whatever one I want to play, and I don't have to fumble with any more cables.
Okay.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was cool. It's also like $100 down the drain, but
is it down the drain?
no. And considering $60 of that was Fire Emblem, like it's not that bad.
It's an investment.
I mean, like it just makes it so that way I don't have to like constantly lean down and start swapping shit.
Right. Yeah.
The one thing I do have to do still is hook up my PlayStation to the Ethernet, because right, I didn't realize it was Wi-Fi still. I thought it was hooked into landline. But,
oh yeah. Yeah, you have to actually switch it over or whatever.
Yeah, but I have to buy another Ethernet cable first. So,
I feel like I have like 1,000 Ethernet cables just laying around, not doing shit.
We do at home, like in my home, but like here where I live, which I guess isn't my home anymore. Like I just have what I need essentially, because I haven't had those like fucking 20 years to like just build up Ethernet cables, you know?
Right.
So
that makes sense.
We might have one extra from the router, but other than that, like. I don't think we do.
Yeah.
And then I think that was mostly it. I got pissed at League, which is nothing new.
That's the same with me.
That game that everyone hates that they play anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like,
you can stop,
I don't know, man.
You can stop playing it for a year, and you'll most likely come back.
Can he stop playing it for a year? He said it was like heroin.
Yeah, no, like, the most people usually make it is like a month or two, and then they're like, I'll just play one game because it's there. And then you play one.
I need my fix.
Yeah, and then you play that one game, and you're like, oh shit, why did I stop playing that game? Usually the way you get out of playing this game is you play that one time and it's shit, and then you come back a couple months later, you play that one game and it's still shit, and then you come back a couple months later and you're like, play that one game and it's still shit. Then you're like, okay, I should probably just uninstall this game. And then there's that 25% chance you don't click uninstall right away, so then you have to wait another 2 months.
Those are the people still playing Anthem.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, so played that. Played a little bit of Dragon Ball. I got ranked down and then immediately ranked back up because I'm like at the.
You see they leaked Janemba again.
Yeah, Nintendo did this time instead of Microsoft.
Yeah.
So literally the only person who hasn't fucked up so far is Sony.
Good job, Sony. You did one thing right.
Good job for doing the bare minimum.
I am probably gonna pick him up to put into my team. We'll see how it works, because right now I put in Goku Black, so I have 3 different colors of Super Saiyan hair. because I have blue, pink, and then I have Bardock, who will go normal yellow. And we'll see how Janemba works. I kind of hope he's as trolly as he is in the movies, because he just teleports everywhere and uses a sword.
I hope he's bullshit. I hope he's total bullshit. I hope he just pisses everybody. I hope people complain about him online. I hope people just hate him.
Well, I mean, Evo is coming up. It's coming up this weekend.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's not going to be at Evo.
Fuck no.
But he'll probably get shown gameplay at Evo, though.
Maybe.
Like, actually at Evo, though.
One of the tweets that I saw was that people were suspecting that he would probably be released about a day or two after Evo.
Probably.
Because it's going to be when the hype is the biggest for
it's like how
#dead game.
It's like how Heroes coming out, like, just came out right before Evo.
Yeah. So anyway.
And we still got to get fucking Gogeta and New Broly in there.
I cannot wait to see New Broly. I'm like, I really want to put him on my team, but we'll see.
Me too. I'm excited. Ready, just fucking throw him in there. I wonder if he's gonna be, like, what form he's gonna be in, since he's got like 1 million now.
I don't know. I've been trying to put regular Broly into my team because I think he's cool, but like,
it's a little too slow
for
me.
Hey! No, not the pop filter, honey bun.
This cat's attacking the podcast.
She like grabbed my pop filter and was like starting to play with it. Anyway.
Trying to sabotage the podcast.
Oh my god, bro! Wow, you fucked this thing up. Yeah. So that was mostly my week. I guess, like, I did a lot of working. This is my first day off. So I had, like, out of the last 2.5 weeks, I've had 3 days off, including this one. Mm-hmm. So I'm really fucking tired. Mm-hmm. I'm not even making that much money, which sucks. But this week I have a 6th day, which is kind of nice. So hopefully it'll kind of even out and I can start doing stuff.
Did you see the thing about somebody at Disney was like, we won't turn down childless millennials or whatever?
Wait, what? Hold on, repeat.
It was like a news article, and some Disney exec or whatever was talking about how I guess people were complaining about I guess either some place was trying to implement some rule, or people were complaining about people who don't have kids coming to Disney World, Disneyland, or whatever.
Oh, I saw the very edge of this conversation.
Wait, what the fuck?
People were complaining.
Yeah, and I was like, of course they're not going to turn away fucking paying customers.
Well, it's like,
it's retarded.
People were angry that adults were having fun. Pretty much is the
What the fuck? Disney. Okay, I've said this. I've said this 1,000 times working there, but I'm gonna say this to everybody else. Disneyland is not for kids. Get them the fuck out. Okay. If you take them while they're like 5 or younger, they're not gonna fucking remember it. They're gonna be hot all day. They're gonna be crying. You're gonna be an asshole. I can already tell you.
And they're not. Yeah, the kids aren't gonna appreciate it, and you're gonna be real mad they're not appreciating it.
Fucking take them when they're 10, and they're gonna love it. And they get soda all day, and you'll be like, it'll be the best vacation ever.
Disney is for like 7 and up.
Yeah, like we really should put up like no babies, fucking no 5-year-olds, like anything in between. Just fucking no. Stop.
Like, I went to Disney when I was 5, and the most I remember is sitting on my dad's shoulders looking at the fireworks.
Yeah, and it's like, you'll create really, really standout memories like that, but then you wipe away the rest of the day where you're bitching.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why the fuck?
Stop bringing your barely cooked fetuses to fucking Disneyland, please.
Yeah, and they're like, but they'll have the time of their lives. I'm like, no, they won't, because they can't go on shit.
Right, yeah, they're not tall enough to go on any of the rides or anything.
Unless you're my sister.
Like, what the fuck?
Unless you're my sister.
Yeah, unless you're like your sister who's like 100 fucking feet tall.
She was
7 or 8.
She was 6 and she was 4'8".
Ridiculous.
She was going on roller coasters at the age of 6.
It's like, like, okay, yeah, in that case, sure. But like, 90% of the time, that's not the case.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
I know.
It's like, why are you paying like $160 or $200 to come into Disneyland where your kid can't do shit? You have to stay with them so you can't do shit. Like, you can't get smashed because you got a kid. Like, what is the fucking point? Why are you paying $200? Like, go to Legoland and build some shit.
No, Legoland is the shit for kids, man. It is
exactly.
Absolute shit. I love
fucking go to the state fair and put them on some janky ass rides so you can lose them and then get hammered.
Yeah, let's not.
I probably shouldn't be saying any of this, but like,
nah, put some. put some cotton candy in their hands and let them off. Let them on their way.
Yeah, it's just like
they'll be fine. I'm sure they won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the carnival has you now.
You'll learn to candy apples and throw knives. But like, I don't know. It pisses me off, especially when those kids are just being little shits. You know what I've realized? I've realized that like
kids are horrible.
I like kids. I like kids when it's one-on-one. I don't like kids when they're in a group, and I don't like kids when they're being teenagers. Because teenage kids are the worst. And I realize that I'm about, 3 years out of that. But
let me ask you, were you the worst?
No, I was a pretty law-abiding citizen. But like,
speaking of that, there's a story I heard about a tram in England, Europe, somewhere in Europe, where a bunch of teenage British or whatever European kids jumped on the train, complete havoc for a entire stop of a train, and then got off and ran away. Like, they got on for one stop and then got off and ran. They just went on there,
that sounds about right.
They just went on there and did everything they possibly could and whatever they wanted, because you're not allowed to hit a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's retarded. I'd beat the fuck out of those kids. If I was a cop.
I would just hold them. Like, I wouldn't do any brunt force trauma, but man,
I do a little bit. Teach them a lesson.
See, I don't like violence as the answer, but I think in some cases violence is an answer.
when you destroy a bunch of shit,
yeah,
just cause, you should probably get your ass beat a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
like if you're just being like a little asshole kid, you do a little graffiti or something, or you break a minor law or something, take him to his parents, tell him he's being a little shithead or whatever, but let them handle it or whatever. But like, goddamn,
I think spankings have, like, not beatings, I mean spankings.
Go get a branch from outside, son.
Like that's like
there's your switch, kid.
Any kind of weapon or anything like that, I don't think is okay. But spankings, I think, are a-okay.
See,
I think chaining them to an empty room in the basement is also okay.
I wouldn't say chaining,
naked,
but
with no TV.
Putting them in the basement for a while is okay.
Locking them in there in the dark by themselves.
Maybe not in the dark. Maybe not in the dark.
So about that child abuse.
Yeah, Sean doesn't have kids that he knows of.
I sure don't.
Sean doesn't have kids that the government knows of.
Right, yeah, the government knows about.
The thing is, I don't necessarily want physical punishment for my kids, because I think that I generally think that if you get them, like, if they love you to the point that you can abuse that, I think that's way better. But like my parents had so much power over me because I didn't want to let them down, and now that I realize how much I disagree with them, I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah. I think like beating your kids is generally like too far. Like, it's like, what are you doing? Like, you're not teaching your kid anything. Like, you're just making them resent you.
You're teaching them to not listen to you. That's literally what you're doing.
Yeah, you're just making them not like you. You know, you're making them just hate. Like, whenever they think about you, they're gonna think about all the times you beat them because they did something wrong. You know, they're not thinking about the lessons you taught them or the stuff like that. But I think like a legit punishment, like grounding or something, or like making them sit on the wall for fucking 30 minutes or something, would be fine. That shit
doesn't work for me.
Well, that's because you can't sit on the wall for 30 minutes, Cameron.
No, that's because I find something fun out of it.
Well, you also can't sit on the wall for 30 minutes, Cameron.
I was.
You'd sit there for like 10 minutes, and then you'd be like, "Mom, can I get off the wall, please?"
What? No.
Mom.
No. So the thing.
Your brother's over there laughing at you.
The thing is I got punished and was told to sit in the kitchen for an hour. And
yeah, that's not sitting on the wall.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm just saying, like, you're saying, like, punishment, grounding, or whatever, right? So,
well, you don't like it when your mom takes your fucking PlayStation away. Yeah. You weren't liking that when we were hanging out. You weren't liking it when she wouldn't let you fucking hang out with me and Austin.
Listen any better?
Yeah, but you weren't enjoying it. You didn't find anything fun out of that.
I started reading is what I started doing. I started using
and as we saw from that podcast title, look how that helped you.
Well, yeah, it's because I was reading manga, but like that's it.
Oh.
But like.
Anyway.
Children, please.
Anyways, like,
I just want to make fun of Cameron.
Yeah,
That's it.
When I got grounded and got told to stay in the kitchen, I couldn't do anything for an hour. I literally just listened to the clock and started counting the seconds. And
man, it sounds so fun.
And I made a game out of it. And anytime I messed up, I would go and I don't know what I did. I forgot, but.
You basically did what the main character of Dr. Stone did.
So now
I was stuck, so I just counted.
Yeah, so my internal clock is like fucking amazing now.
I don't think I didn't really ever get into that much trouble. I remember I got grounded one time for not doing my homework, and that lasted until I did my homework.
I think Cameron was grounded about 50-50. It was like half the time.
I remember you guys talking about that.
It was funny because it'd be like totally fine one day, and then me and Austin would go to hang out with him, and then he'd be like, "Sorry guys, I'm grounded." It would always be like some minor dumb shit, and we were like, "Okay."
See, I feel like at some point you have to kind of like understand that using a punishment more is you got to make it less effective.
Yeah,
like if you're always grounded
all the time.
Yeah, if you're always grounded, like you're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's literally what happened.
Because your kid's just not going to give a shit eventually.
Yeah. Grounding for me was really effective because I'd never been grounded before.
I got to the same way. Like my mom was pretty heavy on like the beatings and shit. So she would beat my ass with the littlest shit. But after a while, it was like, all right, she's gonna come beat my ass, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Or she would just punish me in some other stupid way, like I don't know. I mean, she would do like the taking your stuff away and saying you can't go hang out with your friends or whatever, but that doesn't really matter to me that much.
Yeah, my parents always did the like, just do your shit and we'll let you go, you know?
Yeah.
Like they held me hostage until I get whatever I need to do done, and they're like, yeah, go ahead and have fun.
Yeah, no, I didn't even get that. Like even if I had my stuff done, still couldn't go.
Yeah, no, my
yeah, that is yeah. Cameron. I remember one time Cameron literally. He was telling us, like, on the bus home from school, that he was gonna go home, get all his shit done, get all his shit taken care of real fast, so he could be able to hang out with us. He did all that. He literally got all his shit done, and his mom told him he couldn't go out anyway. She told him he was grounded anyway.
What the hell? See, I feel like
so bad.
I feel like punishments need to be fair for them to be effective.
Yeah, they absolutely
do. But
they need to be reasonable.
Yeah, because it's like it's one thing. Yeah, like that's just stupid.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. It's like she's like your parents just bitter about something that happened during the day, or just mad in general, and they're like, you know what, fuck it, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
my mom told me that's the reason why. I'm good. Yeah. I'm good friends with my mom, so like we talk, and she's like, yeah, those were one of the things that I did. The other thing that she did that really pissed me off, that I love, that I'm gonna do to my kids, is that she would like tell me to go do like I had like maybe 4 chores to do, right, and then. She knew I had a habit of going to my room after every chore and like just relaxing for a little bit before doing the next one. So she would tell me to do the one. I'd go to my room and she would wait just a minute and a half and then call me to do the next one, just so that I could just start whatever I wanted.
She like watches you go back to your room, gets the timer out.
She's like, I did it on purpose just to annoy you more.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, I'm gonna do that to my kids.
I would do that to my kids if they're like me, and if you give them a list of shit, they're always going to forget something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, my mom would always be like, hey, you got to do this, 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 and this. And I'm like, okay. And I got all 3 of the first things done. And then I'm like, oh, shit, what's that last thing?
Whatever.
Fuck. No, I would always be like, I know there's something else. And then I go ask my mom, and she's like, oh, yeah, this. But that doesn't need to be done right now. So I'm like, okay. So I fucking fire up my computer. And then, like, literally 10 minutes later, she's like, are you going to do the thing? I'm like, you just said it doesn't need to be done right now.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, it's not right now. And I'm like, technically accurate.
I love it, yes.
I'm like, technically accurate, but also fuck you.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
There was one of my coworkers is like, she's a mom, you know? Mm-hmm. So she was talking about how one of her kids was complaining that he didn't get enough candy for Halloween or whatever. Mm-hmm. So he, basically she went to the store, got him another, like, she said he already got like a pretty decent bag of candy and was complaining that he didn't get any more. So she went to the store, got him another bag of candy, poured it into his bag, and said, there you go, that's all you're going to eat until it's all gone. Oh. No dinner.
Oh,
you
God.
know,
Jesus.
Yeah. She said she was going to have him eat candy until he got fucking sick of it, and he'd never complain about not getting enough candy again.
That's
a good-ass idea.
Did it work, though?
Give them so much they'll just fucking hate it. I don't know. I have to ask her. She didn't say it. Actually, she didn't actually tell me.
She's like, unfortunately, now I have to keep buying bags of candy.
She never. Yeah, she's like, I have to buy twice as much candy every year. Yeah, I don't know. She never really said if it really worked or not. She just said that she did it. So we'll have to see.
So I'm guessing she told you because it works. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah. She probably would have told me if it didn't work, but I'll have to ask her to see if it really did work. Because
my parents got really lucky. My parents got really lucky with me because I don't have a candy sweet tooth at all. So like every time that I went out for like Halloween trick or treating, I'd come back with like this huge bag of candies. I'd pick out like 5, eat those that night, and then the rest would sit there until next Halloween when we gave it out.
Oh wow!
When you gave it out,
that's nuts.
Yeah, well, it's like we have candy. I shit you not, that has been there probably since I was about like we kept like throwing it out once I got too bad. So we probably have stuff that has been there since I've been in high school.
That stuff is probably bad.
I mean, depends on the candy.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, like I don't eat that much candy. I drink a lot of soda, but like I don't eat that much candy. And my mom is like not helping with my addiction. She's like, "Oh, do you want some Dr. Pepper when you come home?" I'm like, "Mom, aren't you supposed to be like telling me not to drink as much soda?" And she's like, "Well, I drink so much Diet Coke, it doesn't like I don't really have a foot to stand on." I'm like, that doesn't help.
She's like, "Oh, you're a big boy."
Yeah, that's pretty much it. My mom just wants to make me happy now, and it's like that's great, but I'm like trying to be slightly self-conscious.
Yeah, I try to be. It doesn't work.
I don't know. Well. My parents have gotten a lot cooler now that I'm an adult.
Yep.
Same.
Yeah,
I feel like that seems to be the pattern with everyone. Is like once you're an adult, your parents mellow out.
Yeah, I feel like it's like once you become like a functioning member of society.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, my job's kind of done here. If you're a shithead from now on, it's on you.
Yeah. They take a deep breath and like, he survived finally. Okay.
And they also are on the aspect where they're like, okay, I don't have like the room to like really punish you anymore, so we can just be friends now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Instead of like everything being like them talking like to you and at you, everything is a discussion now. Yeah. Everything is like, when they're suggesting things to you now instead of just outright telling you to do something.
Yeah. Which is wonderful.
So, yeah.
You're like, I'm a human.
If only
being,
they had done that before. Yeah, if only they had treated me like a human and not a pet or a slave.
Oh, man. That is like one of those things that always weirds me out when I deliver pizzas and like there's a little child and like they're talking to the child like it's an animal. I'm like, here's your pizza. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my car now and pretend I didn't just hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you know what I hate? Because working at Disney, I get this a lot. Is people who use us as like ways to get their child to come out of their shell.
Yeah.
Like
order. Like, what do you want? Like, they tell them to order from you or whatever.
Yeah, that part is fine. That part is totally fine with me.
Yeah.
I 100% get it. It needs to be done at some point. Why not at Disneyland? But
then they do shit like, why don't you tell them what you got at the such and such today, or why don't you tell them what you bought here?
I don't even care about that because that slows down my line, and I can chill the fuck out. What I care about is when they start yelling at the kid to hurry up.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That pisses me the fuck off.
Because then it gets awkward. Because then you're like, at first it's just like, all right, it's a little interaction with the kid, but then the parent gets mad at the kid while you're standing right there.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, just let him order the fucking cheeseburger. Fucking chill. Like, I know he's gonna tell me eventually. I'm smiling. He's smiling. He wants to tell me what he wants. He's just shy. Don't fucking yell at him.
I heard him tell you what he wanted already. So I'm gonna just wait for the child to get the guts to tell me real quick.
Yeah, it's like, and especially because this happens a lot when there's no lines. So I'm like, I'm in no hurry. Like, I'm chill. I'm getting paid by the hour. I don't give a fuck. Like,
right.
So like, if he wants to take some time to tell me, and it's gonna open up, and it's gonna make him okay with talking and ordering, like, I don't care. That's an important point in child's lives, is like be able to talk to strangers.
But then when the parent then gets mad at the kid, it becomes even more difficult for the kid to do that kind of thing in the future.
Yeah, and then they just get more and more mad. Like, why don't you tell him? Why don't you tell him? I'm just like, I want to be like, bro, chill the fuck out, but I can't.
Yeah, you can't be like, come on, dog.
Like,
to be
let the kid just be a kid. Like, I don't know. That annoys the shit out of me. I hate seeing that kind of shit because that's just like that's the kind of shit that'll actually scar a child. Like, beating them, whatever, but like. Psychological damage is way harder to repair.
Yes.
People are always like, oh, movies and video games or whatever the fuck and all this shit will like scar a child, but really a lot of times it's just the parents. It's what the parents do to the kids that fucks up a kid.
Yeah. I mean, like, and even the video game and movie stuff is like, I think it might have an issue, but like my parents always talked to me about that. They were like, hey,
right, I was about to say, yeah, like the video game and movie things are mitigated by the fact that you should have a parent there to tell you why these things are the way they are. Like, you should have a parent teaching you shit.
Or at least a parent saying, look, you have to understand, these aren't real. I understand you like them, they're cool and all, but they're not real.
Like, those parents who are like, how am I supposed to... Like, what if my child sees this? What am I supposed to say to my child if they see this? It's like, well, that's not my fucking problem, dude. You're the parent. That's your job to talk to them about this stuff, you know?
So it's like... tell them that shit ain't real.
Yeah, it's like your job to help them understand and know what this shit's about. Like, people complain about, oh, you can't show two men kissing on TV. What if my kid sees that? It's like, well, then you tell them that sometimes men like men. You know, like every time I hear some shit about like violence or sexuality or whatever the fuck, it's always about the kids. It's like that's not anybody else's problem who doesn't have fucking kids.
Well, it's like the other thing too that I hate is because. Like, it's not like that's gonna make them change their mind. It's not like sex is something, or like sexual orientation is something you can just change.
Right, you're like the kid's not gonna want to suck a million dicks now, you know. Like, just explain to them what's happening.
Yeah.
How fucking hard is it to say, you know, some people just like some people. Like,
right.
How fucking hard is it to just say that it's not their issue, and like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm under the camp that like if my kids ever come out to me as being gay or bi or whatever, I'm just gonna be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's just not a big deal. Sure. It's just
like I'm good for you. I'm not part of that, so have fun. Like,
yeah, like
odds are, as that child's parent, you'll probably already fucking know.
Yeah.
Unless you're my parents.
Yeah, unless you're your parents.
Cameron, is there something you're not telling me?
No, they were just confused. Like, I think my mom was confused for a little while.
Yeah, she thought he was hella gay.
My dad did too. Because I was always around chicks.
But never like dating them or anything, just hanging out with them as friends. So he was like, my son is a girlfriend.
No, the funny part was I was dating girls too. He still thought I was gay.
Yeah,
oh, he just
same.
That's funny.
But yeah, no, it's some funny stuff. Like, if that ever happens for me, I'm just gonna be like, well, have fun. Make sure you still use condoms.
Yeah, be safe.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just some fucking people just ruin it for everybody else, and they use their kids to do it.
Yep.
And then they ruin their kids.
And it's a stupid excuse.
And then their kids ruin it for everybody else.
Yep. It's an endless cycle.
Just like this podcast. Everyone, I'm glad you enjoyed watching this podcast. It's a wonderful time we had. Great way to...
if more parents were like the parents in that one video game that I like a lot, and just disappeared for 10 years and then came back.
Gee, I wonder, is this video game that you're thinking of, is it perhaps heliocentric?
You might be able to say that. You might say there's a solar element to it. One of a you might say a gold hue, if you would.
So it really takes like the first place medal here.
Yes.
Alrighty.
It's a bright new day.
It's Golden Sun, goddamn.
Yeah. I think they all got the point at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the best Golden Sun shout out we've ever had.
I think it was probably the best shout out we've ever had. Where can we find you, Deshaun? And your wonderful words of wisdom.
If you would like to see me talk about nothing in particular, especially Golden Sun, you can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Urban Buddha. If you want to not watch me on Twitch because I'm never on there, I'm on Twitch at The Urban Buddha, and I'm on YouTube with a practically empty channel at Mr. Urban Buddha as well.
Alrighty. And Derek, where can we find you?
Sitting right here in my chair. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, all at Came in Second. And I'm trying to stream every Tuesday after the podcast, after we record the podcast.
Okay, very nice. And you can find me at I Press the Buttons on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And thanks for watching. And as always, laugh at yourself, and we'll catch you guys next time.